what you have? Well, it is now spring, so we are going to spring clean our pantries. Does your pantry look like this? I'm here with Jackie. She's a mom of 3. That's your pantry.
That's my pantry.
So you keep buying, you don't know what you have?
I have no idea. I can't even see over the cans to see what's behind there. I have no idea. I have 3 girls, I run around like a nut, and I don't even know what I have anymore.
And what happens is we go to the supermarket and you buy the things that you already have, because you just pick it, and we have to organize our homes, and it's because it's very economical. If you use what you have, you could save hundreds of dollars by using what's already in your house. So all these things would just be in a can in your pantry, in your freezer. They're inexpensive, they're healthy. This is use what you have, spring cleaning pantry. Okay, so olive oil, onion, red bell pepper, garlic, bay leaf, salt, and pepper.
Smells delicious.
We started it off here, okay? All these things you could keep in your refrigerator for a while. We're sauteing that. This is the white beans that would be in a can. You have cans of beans, okay? And they're healthy, they're high fiber, they're protein. Put those in there. We're making a white bean and spinach soup.
I have at least 6 cans right now with that.
You have at least 6 cans. You could do it with any bean. Use what you have, whatever kind of bean it is. This is spinach. You can have fresh baby spinach if you want, or frozen spinach. You just have to squeeze it and make sure you get all the water out of it when it defrosts. So you put your spinach in, and keep jars, cans, boxes of vegetable broth. You could use chicken stock or beef flavor, but I'll use vegetable broth.
Some of that?
Yes. And you need
smells
salt
so good.
and pepper, okay? Salt and black pepper. You're gonna let that cook.
Good.
And there you have, yes. And oh, this is the best part. When I buy these because I don't want to use the whole box of pasta. And I feel like you make the whole box of pasta because it gets bad when you just leave it alone. So just keep the extras. And this could be a white bean pasta soup. So you mix different kinds of pasta and add those 2 here.
Especially with my kids, this is a staple in the house. We always have pasta
and once
in the house.
And when you make this, if you make a huge batch, you could also freeze it.
There's always Tupperwares in there. You can freeze the pasta?
You could freeze the soup.
Oh, the soup.
You can put it in portions or yes.
The
Okay, so you want to taste, this is the soup. It's very good. I really like that a lot. Oh, it's yummy. It's like hearty.
Delicious.
Okay.
My girls would love that.
Another thing, we have cans of tuna, and it doesn't have to be just a boring tuna sandwich. You could make it gourmet. We have multi-grain bread. There are things that you have in your cabinet that you could use. You could take out black olives, chop them up, use some capers in your tuna. A lot of people like relish, or these look very fancy, roasted red peppers, chop them up. You can make an interesting tuna salad, inexpensive yet gourmet. That's all that the fancy high-end delis do. Okay, this is, I call it Boo Boo banana bread, named after my dog Cookie de Boo Boo. We call her the Boo Boo. So these are all in Skinny Girl Dish. My book, Skinny Girl Dish, is all about using what you have. Take one recipe and make it so many different ways. So this is the banana bread. This is pureed bananas. When you have these bananas that are rotting, because you buy a whole bunch and you only want one.
On my counter right now.
You either do this or you peel them and you freeze them for smoothies. Or you can freeze them and defrost them for baking, because it doesn't matter how black they look, they're gonna be sweeter. So those are the bananas. Here's oat flour. Okay.
I'm pouring.
Okay, you pouring. This is raw sugar. You can use white or you can use white flour, but I always like to use the raw sugar or the oat flour, healthier. Walnuts, if you had a different nut, use whatever you have. You could use peanuts, almonds, try it out. It could end up being even better than the original. This is vanilla, a little butter, baking powder, baking soda, salt. You could use an egg, or you can make it vegan and you don't even need an egg, really. You gotta experiment, because some people have allergies or intolerances. This is where this became interesting. Here's the chocolate chips.
I have 3
Dark
girls.
chocolate chips are antioxidants, but you could make, I had a carrot cake recipe and I saw in my cabinet that I didn't have walnuts and I had slivered almonds. Just try it, it'll end up being great. So this is the Boo Boo banana bread. You have to taste this. This is so delicious.
God.
How good is that?
So good.
And that be
so
honest,
good.
So good. And it's low fat. It's low fat. We had no oil in this because the banana is creamy and is able to hold it together.
So good.
And if you didn't have banana, you can use applesauce when you bake. You can use pumpkin puree. Think outside the box or outside the can, as it were. And the next tip is when you have flour that you're storing in your house, if you're not going to use it for a while, if you're going to bake something and then you're going to just leave it in the cabinet, you can get those little bugs, those weevils. It's disgusting. So one way to prevent that is put a bay leaf in your flour or in your pasta box, or keep them in the freezer. I'll keep flour in the fridge or the freezer.
In the fridge, in a
yeah,
Tupperware.
so especially if you have another home or something, you're gonna go visit somewhere else, you haven't been there in a while, you know, tell your kids at college, whatever it is. The next thing is, I wanted to give you some pantry organizers to help you get organized.
Perfect, thank you.